red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Jones. He's got a first down past the 30. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Daniel Jones.
Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
9-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Jones, quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 20.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, Chiefs.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 49-yard line.
Second and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Mahomes pass.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Taken in at the 11. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Push him back.
Operating from the gun. Jones looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Do the right. Slam. Wide. Get wide. Set it.
Now Jones. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mike, check. 59.
On 1st down, Middleton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Just like that.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Off play action. Jones. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Jones now operating from the gun. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's got the lane, and there he goes. throws. He's at the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's going to go up top again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will stop right around the 25. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down Broadway.
Makes the score.
And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now Jones on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd down, Middleton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brought down at the
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 21, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs will use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. That is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Defense. Let's go. Here we go. Shoot. Kill. 44. Mike, 44. Ain't no such thing.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
With the score.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Chiefs.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
81.
A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Middleton, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. This one caught by Davis. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. This a quick pass to Davis. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And 5 at the 35-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. That one complete to Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Mahomes pass intercepted.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
4 brings up 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Come on.
Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down again. Chris Jones, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50. 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 83 yards, and the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to...
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He completes it to Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jones throwing on 1st down. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down.
From the gun, Jones. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Hunter Bryant.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's Jones. Back to the air on 2nd down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone. And the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Jones on third down. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Shift. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, this game is all but over after that last fourth down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's 3rd down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They run again with Logan. Breaks a tackle. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A.J. Terrell on the tackle.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Daniel Jones.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Chase Young. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 9. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Come on, D. Check 13.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Smith catches left side. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up
so this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Chiefs, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.